Hi, it's Kimberly, and this is my video about 2021, the end of 2021, and how the planets are affecting the signs, possibly affecting the signs health-wise. So this relates to your mental health, your emotional health, and your physical health. So it includes fitness, your diet, how you take care of yourself. So I'm going to start, what I'm going to do is do pairs of signs. So Aries and Libra. And they're paired up, they are opposite signs. And so some astrologers actually consider there's 6 signs, there's just 2 sides to each sign. So I'm going to do that polarity here. I'm going to start with Aries, Libra. And if you watch my other video where it described the basics of the body areas for each sign, that will help you here. So Aries and Libra. So the main thing is that Pluto has been in Capricorn, and it is squaring the Aries Libra planets. So whether you're Aries sun or Libra sun or other planets in those signs, Pluto squaring that is a long time challenge. So the Pluto is moves super slowly. So the transformation happens over a process of years. What's happening in this year is that Mars is going into Libra very soon this month. So for about 6 weeks from September 15th to October 29th. So Mars going in Libra, so that activates the Aries and Libra. So Mars is stimulating. So this brings up the adrenals for Libra and the pH balance. And it's opposite Aries. So if some of these things are out of balance, like adrenals are overworking, you're going to feel fatigued, even for like Aries. So even though Aries rules the head, it also rules over the brain and the skull, the upper jaw. So anything Mars affecting the kidneys and the hormonal balance, the pH balance, anything off there is going to make Aries and Libra more fatigued. So that's for the rest of this year. So now for Taurus and Scorpio, the fixed signs are getting most of the action for this year and a little bit next year. So Taurus and Scorpio are 2 of the fixed signs. So we got intake of food, and which is Taurus, and then outgoing of food is Scorpio. And what we have right now currently is Uranus in Taurus. So Uranus is going to create sudden, surprising spasms. Think of it as spasmodic. And it's going to be surprising. It can be disruptive. So in relation to eating, elimination, it reminds me of irritable bowel system syndrome, where your system is overactive and then it's underactive. It's kind of going back and forth here. So be aware of overstimulating and surprise spasms. And I'm just looking at my notes. It can be triggered by Mars and Scorpio starting the end of October, the 30th to the middle of December. So Mars is going to come around and it's going to oppose Uranus. So it's going to stimulate. So around that time when the digestive system and also the elimination with reproductive organs also as well. You want to just be aware of that. Take care of those. You want soothing types of, if you do supplements or herbs, something soothing, more relaxing for that elimination digestion area. So for Gemini and Sagittarius, we got the nodes here. So this has been going on for a year, and it's going to finish out the rest of the year. Next year, we get new nodal signs. So right now, Gemini and Sagittarius. Gemini North Node, Sagittarius South Node. So I would say that Gemini feels more chatty. Maybe there's more excess talking. There's more jumping around in conversation, maybe a little too active for speech. And South Node is going to feel a little bit more deficient. Sagittarius is going to maybe feel not as supported here physically and possibly emotionally and mentally too. The key thing here is feeling a little deficient and weak for Sagittarius. It's not going to last forever. Mars does go into Sagittarius at the middle of December. So it adds a little bit more energy. Mars is usually Mars is inflammation and it makes things acute, but it's going to be with the South Node, and the South Node is going to tamper that or mitigate that. So it probably will give you a little bit more energy for both Gemini and Sag. So 3 more pairs, Cancer, Capricorn. So I mentioned Pluto and Capricorn. So Capricorns are really getting the Pluto transformation a little deeper, more subconscious over the long term, many years. We still have a few more years, about 3 or 4 more years of Pluto and Capricorn. So this transformation may be more obvious when there's a challenge to it. So Mars going into Libra challenges the Cancer, Capricorn. So these are cardinal signs. Mars is going to square. So here's Cancer, Capricorn, and then the square from Libra. So this is going to mostly challenge your your ability to express any maybe ideas or emotions. That's all. It's just a challenge of communication here. And this lasts mid-September all the way through October. This is for Cancer and Capricorn. That's the main thing. Now for the other fixed signs, Leo and Aquarius. So I mentioned earlier, fixed signs are getting most of the action. And so that continues on with Leo and Aquarius. So Saturn, as you may know, Saturn has been in Aquarius. It just happened last December, so we've had almost a year of it. Saturn is strong in Aquarius. It rules over Aquarius. It's still going to bring Aquarius slower circulation. Saturn is still a restrictive energy, even though Saturn rules Aquarius. They naturally go together. Saturn is naturally restrictive and creates boundaries and makes you see where your limits are. We also have Jupiter in Aquarius. So that actually helps because we have a growth energy combined with Saturn's restrictive energy. So for the rest of the year, all the way to December 29th, Jupiter is still in Aquarius. So you definitely got a check and balance. Not too much growth, not too much limiting going on. So for this year, we have Mars that I mentioned earlier, Mars and Scorpio coming up. So this is going to trigger the Leo Aquarius. So this is for Leo and Aquarius. That polarity, Mars will square that. So that, for a health-wise, just be aware, it doesn't guarantee any problem. None of this is going to create a definite health issue. These are just things you want to be aware of, how the energies are affecting each sign. Many of you are going to be perfectly healthy, but you might just be aware of this so that you know what areas are more emphasized in your chart. So for Jupiter, look for maybe an additional healer, some new health practitioner. I'm sure you have a doctor. Maybe you also want to try a more holistic health practitioner. And so this is a good time to be looking for that if you feel like you need it. Generally, Jupiter combined with Saturn and Aquarius is going to make you feel healthier in general. But I do suggest with Saturn and Aquarius, because it will be 2 more years of Saturn and Aquarius, that you definitely have a good walking regimen, meaning regular walks several times a week. That increases circulation. That movement gets all your fluids moving, not just the blood. And Aquarius rules the calves and the ankles. So extra calf stretching, extra ankle flexibility, mobility work. I have been a Pilates trainer for a long time as well. And I see most people have very tight ankles. The calves are tight, and the mobility of with the ankle and the leg is limited. I see this, it's very, very common. So I suggest extra calf stretching, especially if you're walking more. If you are regular walking, just make sure that you are doing the stretching. So for the last polarity is Virgo and Pisces. And the main theme here, and it's been going on for a little while, is Neptune and Pisces. So the other planets I mentioned aren't hitting Virgo and Pisces in a difficult way so much. Neptune has been in Pisces for quite a few years. So for these signs, there may have been issues that are just murky or unclear. Unclear is the word that I used. It may be hard to find causes for any health issues. Again, you might be perfectly healthy, totally. There's plenty of perfectly healthy Virgos and Pisces out there. Just be aware of the Neptune energy. It just suggests more of an escapist attitude and more mysterious. So don't let any daydreams or fantasies get the best of you. So for the rest of this year, the only other thing to bring up are the nodes. So, which I talked about with Gemini and Sagittarius. So the Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, Pisces are mutable signs. So the nodal axis, which is Gemini, Sag, is squaring the Virgo, Pisces axis. So it's more of just a challenge to build something better, to redo and improve something. And as far as health, that is how your body assimilates food in the intestine, ruled by Virgo. That's where you absorb nutrients. So you want to make sure that you have good absorption, Virgos and Pisces, and that you are getting that lymph system really working. So Pisces is feet, toes, blood, lymph. So keeping moving. Of course, we all know we need to move, but in this day and age of sitting more, being on Zoom, we might not be moving as much as we were before. So I talked about that with Aquarius. So also with Pisces, get up and move around. That moves your lymph. It's good for a digestion. And then you can absorb nutrients better through the Virgo energy. So that is it for the signs. That's just for the rest of this year. I will do a new video for the coming year. And I hope you found this useful. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you will like my video, and please subscribe and you'll get regular monthly videos. about astrology for your personal chart, and then also health and fitness. Bye.